Zion Williamson still out for the New Orleans Pelicans. Look like he'll be out for an extended period of time again after re-aggravating his injury. He got a front row seat to watch the new look Lakers welcoming back LeBron James in the lineup. His first game back since breaking the record, and this new look Lakers team got to work quickly. LeBron and AD both get buckets. It's already 17-4. How about new Laker Malik Beasley coming off the screen and nailing the three? Let's get out and run, shall we? It's Dennis Schroeder finding the NBA's new all-time leading scorer, LeBron James. Lakers up by double digits, but the Pelicans not going too far. Shout out my Vol for life, Josh Richardson, knocking in the three. And then the very consistent and steady CJ McCollum, 2 of his 22 points. B.I. Brandon Ingram starting to look like his old self. He gets the bucket to go. We got a tight one at the half, third quarter. D-Lo up top to LeBron. And then now we're in the midst of the D-Lo show. Another sweet dime to LeBron. Brandon Ingram doing all he can to just maintain in the midst of this Lakers run. That baseline jump shot looks like money. Lakers celebrating a little too early. Beasley 3 is a no-go, but the big fella, Anthony Davis, is on the boards. And that's a good sign for LA. He goes and one. He missed the free throw. How about Russell? This time, scoring the rock. LeBron's going to miss the three. Get the rock back and go Kobe mode inside to Mo Bamba, who turns into Shaq on this play. Bamba struggled to stay on the court in this one, but got that dunk to go. LeBron right back in attack mode, adding to the NBA's all-time scoring record margin. LeBron had 21, 6, and 6, but the Lakers were led by Anthony Davis, who, to be honest with you guys, AD had a smile on his face during this game that I hadn't seen in quite some time while playing basketball. He had a lot of reason to be happy. Lakers win by 18. AD at 28 and 10. Lot to talk about here. Don't want to take more than 10 minutes doing this video. Laker Nation, how y'all feeling? Anybody else out there, you're more than welcome to chime in as well. It's not just a Lakers only platform. I represent the masses. I believe I am the voice of the people. I am a diehard Los Angeles Lakers fan. In fact, I spent my birthday out in LA watching Laker games. And I continue to bring this up because I'm very proud of what I've been able to do in my career. That was a work trip for me, by the way. Anywho, I brought that up to say I saw this Lakers team a week ago, and the Lakers were getting their butts handed to them by the Milwaukee Bucks in that fourth quarter. That Lakers team, they fought, but they just were so far under the level of basketball that the Milwaukee Bucks are playing. You know, they just ran out of gas. They had just made the moves for D-Lo and Beasley and Vanderbilt, but those guys weren't playing in that game. So Westbrook was going, a guy that's always on 10. LeBron was out. It was the game after the record, obviously, last Thursday on TNT. The Lakers were pretty depleted towards the end of that game at the Crypto.com arena that I was there live for. Now, fast forward a week's time later, pretty much. I mean, the Lakers pretty much put a whole new team on the court tonight. That was a new team. And I just want to tell you my quick thoughts from this new Lakers team. Number one, I'm very happy. One of the things I want to ask Rob Pelinka is, why didn't you do this sooner? This team should have had a whole season together. Let's just be honest. Look, I'm looking at the Lakers schedule. They got games against the Warriors, one game against the Clippers. I know they got Memphis in there. I think they got the Thunder a couple more times. About 22, 23 games left. The reality is, I would say the Lakers need to go about 15-8, 16-7 down the stretch. They had to have that game against the Pelicans. They came out the gate and dropped nearly 40 in the first quarter. That offense, under the tutelage of LeBron James and D'Angelo Russell, looked fantastic in the first quarter. Anthony Davis, and y'all know, look, I have been very consistent with Anthony Davis. I have not been a fan of his play this season, since December. Anthony Davis is a guy that needs to be spoon-fed about 8 to 12 points a game. If you look at guys like Anthony Davis, Zach LaVine, and DeMar DeRozan are a couple of other guys that come to mind. They need about 8 points a game, 8 to 12 points a game, need to be spoon-fed to them. And, Anthony Davis has been missing that guard that could do that. That's why I've always told y'all Anthony Davis has always been his best version when he's been around Rajon Rondo in his career, whether it be New Orleans or Los Angeles. And, Rondo's not the greatest point guard out there, but he's a guy that's going to get AD some easy buckets. D'Angelo Russell looked up and said, damn, I done went from Minnesota and now I'm in Los Angeles again, and I got a freight train cutting down the lane on any given play. And I also got this 6'11" target that I could just throw the ball up literally as high as I can, and he'll more times than not bring it down. So Anthony Davis was able to get some easy looks. It's one of his better games of 2023. So that was the first thing that stuck out to me was Anthony Davis getting some easy looks from D'Angelo Russell, who I want to see more of Anthony Davis and D'Lo in the pick and roll together. I think that could do wonders. And again, we always said this about Anthony Davis. Who, look, when we're talking about a superstar, I don't believe these things should have to happen, but it is the reality of where he's at right now. When Anthony Davis is getting good looks and easy looks on offense at the rim, it just pretty much expands from there. The mid-range jump shots fall more. The three-pointers fall more. The defense is better. Again, it all starts with Anthony Davis getting easy looks at the rim. It just opens up his mind, it feels like. So everything for me with the Lakers always starts with Anthony Davis. Is he healthy? Is he this? Is he engaged? All that stuff. He had not been engaged. As a matter of fact, the game that I was at last week, Anthony Davis struggled again. Struggled mightily against Giannis in the second half. He struggled against the Thunder the night that LeBron broke the record last Tuesday. He wasn't good. They got the video going around of him literally as LeBron's breaking the record. Anthony Davis on the sideline moping. Like his body language hadn't been good either. He had been playing good. The Lakers have been losing. So Anthony Davis was the first thing that stood out to me. Now let's get to some of these new pieces. D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt made an incredible difference in different ways. You cannot come off of Malik Beasley. You got to respect that man's range. Okay, now you're talking about playing defense where guys can't help off of Anthony Davis nor LeBron James. That is going to be a matchup nightmare for a lot of guys in this league. Any given night, look, CJ McCollum, Brandon Ingram, that's what the Pelicans had to offer. I also like Trey Murphy. Leaving him on the island with LeBron, even at 38, is just going to be a tough night at the office. It's going to be a tough night. So I noticed that. Another thing I noticed with the additions here was this entire new rotation. So Coach Ham pretty much got the whole starting five out. The Lakers went small ball. They went D'Lo. He went with D'Lo, Malik, LeBron, Vanderbilt, and then AD at the 5. So because it was their first game, LeBron and AD were on minutes restrictions. Anthony Davis just always injured. LeBron just came off of missing a few games. The game that I was at, they were on minutes restrictions. So initially, Coach Ham took the whole starting 5 out and went with this whole second unit. We got to see Mo Bamba as a Laker. Austin Reeves was really like the catalyst of him and Dennis Schroeder. That backcourt's like the catalyst of the second units. Most notably, Lonnie Walker has now fell out of the rotation. That's how much change has happened to this Laker team. As of right now, Lonnie Walker's not in the rotation. Lonnie's been probably our 4th best player so far this year. I would like for that to change, but even now I'm like, okay, I wanted to change, but I really couldn't find a spot for him. He's an undersized guard. I can't take Jared Vanderbilt off the court. He's our defender. He plays some really good defense in his game. There's only but so much you can do. Lonnie is a great athlete, but being a great athlete doesn't make as much sense as having a shooter like Malik Beasley on the court alongside LeBron. D'Lo, I need him to run my offense. So there's just not enough space right now for a guy like Lonnie to find minutes in his rotation. I guess I didn't think about that. Overall, I was pleased with game 1 of the Lakers. They did have a couple stretches where they did struggle. That kind of made me mad. It's just like, we could have put this game away easier. The latter part of LeBron's career, especially since he's become a Laker, has been like the complete opposite of the beginning of his career. LeBron was the king of putting the games away, especially in Cleveland that first time around. He'd be sitting down. Those teams were so great because of LeBron. LeBron would be done by the end of the third quarter, right? the fans already can head home, get to their cars, and avoid traffic by the end of the third quarter. The Lakers, LeBron's got to be out there pretty much every minute from start to finish. So it was nice to see LeBron not have to do that in the game. You got to win the game. So even if you got LeBron on a minutes restriction, he doesn't want to miss the playoffs. So you got to put him out there if you're in a tight game. But for the Lakers, they were able to run away with this one at the end. LeBron got in the head of Josh Richardson, got him teed up. Josh was really the only consistent Pelican offense most of that game. B.I. had some spots, and CJ had some spots as well. But, yeah, I love what I saw. Again, I leave this video saying, yo, Rob Pelinka, why didn't you do this sooner? This team needed a whole year together, not 20-some games, because now I'm like, yo, are we going to be able to keep some of these guys in the offseason? Is Rob just going to go off the whim this offseason and pull what he pulled after the bubble championship and go get a whole new team, go in the Russell Westbrook direction, seemingly for no reason, out of nowhere, right? Like, I just hope, that we run this team back next year, because I really would like to see these pieces together for more than 23 games. But so far, so great. This is, to me, the first game for real. I know D-Lo and them played against the Warriors, and then they took the L against the Blazers. LeBron wasn't playing. So this is my first real go at this team, and I like what I saw. Offensively, I like what I saw, and the offense kind of spurred over into the defense with Anthony Davis being the catalyst of that. I still believe Anthony Davis needs to be the 4, but I'm having a hard time figuring out who I would take out of the lineup as of tonight. One other thing, and I'll talk about this in a different video. I don't want to make this too much longer. We're closing in on 10, which is where I said I want this video to be. At least 10 minutes of me talking about it, analyzing what I saw and commentating on it. This Mo Bamba thing, pretty much the Lakers ended up trading Mo Bamba for Thomas Bryant. Obviously, I know Mo Bamba came over from Orlando for Pat Bev, and Thomas Bryant ended up in Denver, right? Obviously, I know that. But essentially, the Lakers went Mo Bamba for Thomas Bryant. I do not like that move. I did not like that move. Mo Bamba had a hard time against the Pelicans, got 3 quick fouls in the first half. I don't like that one. I don't like that. I like Thomas. I liked him a lot. I thought he was a part of the future. So I'm a little upset at that. I don't know. Maybe the Lakers didn't want to pay him in the offseason. But I would have dealt with that when we got there. For this run, Thomas Bryant is much more ready to play ball than Mo Bamba is right now. That's a project at best. That's another Andrew Bynum type project. I don't even want to, that's too much right now. You don't need projects right now. You try to win as many games as possible. So I don't like that move. That's the one I don't like. But we're going to do a whole video on that. I got more to say about that one because that's such an interesting one for me. But, yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about to me, the real game 1 of the new Lakers era. They don't have a lot of time, but they did beat a feisty Pelicans team.